She's Dana.
And she's Tubbs.
And we're country girls getting down on reality TV. And our quest to watch and review every show out there. We have got to review Billy the Exterminator. And I can already tell you, I love me some Billy the Exterminator. I give it 5 bees a buzzing. I mean, I love me some Billy the Exterminator. And I have from the get-go, ever since. I've loved that show. It's a good show. He's an exterminator, and it's a family business, VexCon. In VexCon?
Mm-hmm.
And they're in Louisiana, and it's Big Bill, and the mama's name is Donnie, and mama runs the office and answers the phone, and may I answer you, mama? She keeps them all straight and tells them where to go and what to do. But they go on all kind of calls. They go on alligator calls, bees. This season has been a lot of bees.
A lot of bees.
And Ricky is allergic to bees. They have to really watch it because Ricky is highly allergic. But Billy's wife is Mary, and we haven't been seeing her on the show. I'm getting a little concerned. I've not seen her on the show this season. So
you know that now that you mention that, I haven't known.
There may be a little extermination, you know. But Ricky was married to Pam and then dated different people, and his mama's tried to hook him up. And Ricky, though, is the spitting image of Patrick Swayze's brother, Don Swayze, I think. That's what I think of.
Yeah.
But it is a good show to watch, and they do go on these calls. Raccoons, they get snakes.
No, I'm not loving the snake calls they get.
And that's when I first heard about those nutras. Is they went to this man's place they owned, and they eat the shoreline and make these big holes. The man sunk down to his knee in the hole. And but Billy, they catch and release unless it's an alligator. And then by law, I think if it's so many feet, they have to do away with it. So that's when they really need to mix shows, you know, and call them swamp people, and then
yeah.
there we go. But they do. They go on this property and catch and release. They release everything, but they've had some interesting catches. But what gets me is when they went into these homes with the roaches. This home was infested with roaches. I don't know how these people lived in it. And he opened the sink, under the sink, the cabinet, and in a bucket was a rat in water now, and its head sticking out, and it was still alive trying to get out of that bucket of water.
Ugh.
That freaked me out. That I don't like to see. Roaches and rats. The 2 R's, roaches and rats, I can't stand. I believe I'd rather see a snake as roach and rat.
Oh, I don't know. I'm over a snake. I've already seen like 6 this year, and
Snakes
I still
are
get
bad
cold
right
chills
now.
when I think about it. I really hate a snake.
Snakes are really bad right now, but you need to call Billy the Exterminator then if you've got a snake. But it is a good show. I like it. And even Mama in her office has some crosses. They're big on wearing crosses. He's wearing a different hat this season. It's kind of like those houndstooth like Paul Bear Bryant wore, and it's got a cross though on the side.
Are they Catholic?
Well, you know, other people like crosses besides Catholics, you know.
Well, I'm just saying.
But they may be Catholic, I need to say, but I never see them do this on a call or anything.
Tubbs, I'm just saying Catholics are the ones that throw the cross out there. I don't mean that ugly.
Oh, really?
No, I don't mean that ugly, but you know what I'm saying. Catholics are just the ones that...
No, I don't know what you're saying, but this might be for another episode, you reckon? Throwing the cross out there. Okay. But, well, on the Exterminator, they do like their crosses because they have them. And they wear all the black. He wears the, but you know, he told one time why he wore that. You call them spikes?
Yeah.
On the bracelets and all. And, but he told, certain thing come after him, he told the little boy that he'd use his spikes. But he, you know, he's got the belts like they wear with that white and some spikes on them. They kind of, when I first I thought, oh, I'm not going to like it. They're Gothics, and, you know, I thought it's, but they just wear their black and like it, and to each his own, I say about everything, but I like the show.
Oh, know? I do too. I
mean, it just goes to show you right there. I mean, you know, don't judge a book by its cover, I guess. But I like the show because he does all these animal catch, you know, the wild animals, bats, and everything.
Right.
And a lot of these people will meet him and, oh, it's this and that, you know, and he's like, okay, we'll take it from here. But I love it when his mama, though, you know, it's a serious situation. There's children involved. You got to get over there, Billy. I love it, you know, I love it. But then she's got to where if it's a big house, she'll say, now, you tell Ricky to watch it, you know, he's allergic to those things. And she can't help but worry about him. And I really like the show. I would love to one day see them pull up to exterminate something at my house. I mean, you know, reckon I could call them and tell them.
What have you got? You got a snake.
We've got that big old 6-foot snake out there in the shed.
Reckon what Kenny would say if we called Billy up here to get rid of
Could you
snake?
imagine if Kenny saw, here come Billy with his boots and hat and everything.
His cross and his spikes.
Yeah. And then Ricky'd be behind him. And, you know, a lot of times they wear that coat. Is it the duster, you know?
Yeah, the dust coat, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely wouldn't need the dust coat here now.
He's just not your typical looking exterminator, is he?
No, he's not.
And then they've got that skull. It's hanging on the mirror, they've got that skull. And that's what kind of threw me to maybe the gothic or, you know, to each his own, though, like I say, what you like. But, I would like to know about that a little bit more, though. Is it more the gothic or, like you say, maybe it's more the religious, maybe it's, you know, I'd like to know. They may be Catholic. They may be Catholic Gothics, Gothic Catholics. I mean.
Have I offended you about that Catholic
Oh, no,
stuff?
nobody offends me about that.
Okay. I don't want to offend you.
Because most people, nothing against you, I don't want to offend you right now, but most people don't know enough about Catholics to start talking about it. And so they say all this other stuff. And we're kind of like, oh, okay. I mean, you know, I've heard it before. You know what I mean? I'll say that.
Yeah, so I mean, it don't bother you then.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's just other people's ignorance, right?
Out of the mouth of babes. I mean, you know, what can I say?
Well, there you go.
There you go. And so that, you know, that might be with Billy and them. Who knows? But I want to go. I've said it before. We've got to take a trip to Louisiana. There's too many good Louisiana people out there with reality shows, but I want to visit the VexCon office and see it.
That would be something to see.
I'd like to walk in and say, Billy, where's your mama? I mean, you know, because I would. I want to meet all of them. I want to meet them all.
What would you do if you walked in and there was a big Catholic cross on the wall made out of matchsticks?
See, okay, you're turning this, which I had one of those. Sybil made one at Bible school, at a Baptist Vacation Bible School. She made a matchstick cross. But you're turning this into the Catholic Review, and it's Billy the Exterminator.